welcome to Q&A time
with Mary and Lindsley.
With Mary and Lindsley. Y'all, we're so excited because we have some pretty much like fabulous questions. You can't even really see that on the camera, but we have some great questions that you guys submitted that have to do with this month's podcast theme, which is all about community and friendships. And so we're going to just get right into it.
Yeah.
And let me just preface this by saying this is our Dear Abby advice column.
Very candid responses.
This is
not pre-planned.
This is not pre-planned. And in fact, we haven't really even looked over these questions. But this is sort of our like
Gail and Oprah moment.
Gail and Oprah. Oh my God. This is our Gail and Oprah moment. Y'all, this is so fun. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff happening outside right now.
Active day here in Nashville.
Ooh, okay, so I guess we'll just answer these as they come in. And if you guys have other questions as it relates to friendships and community, feel free to throw them up in the comments because we can actually answer these questions in real time if we want to. But I've got a question from Michelle P. And y'all, thank you everybody who submitted questions. This makes this segment
so much more fun
actually work. So Michelle says, ooh, this is a tricky one.
Okay.
I think I've seen my friend's boyfriend out on what looked like a date with someone else. Should I tell her?
Oh, snap.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Wow. So, okay. She thinks that she saw. So, I mean, I guess she could be reading into a whole lot of things. It may not be a date, right?
Right. I'm thinking there's a lot of assumptions happening with this question.
Yeah.
That the fact that you think you saw someone's boyfriend out with somebody else. You have no context to if the person he was with was a friend or a sister or
work colleague.
I mean, you have no idea.
But she says that she thinks that they were on a date, so it could be that they were acting a little more intimate than the average coworker.
Okay, let's just Michelle, I'm going to take your question and let's say that it is someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. My therapist would say, Devin, I'm just giving you a shout out. She would say that person has a right to know.
Yeah, so you would tell your friend.
Oh my God, I would tell my friend.
Yeah, and just mention like, hey, I saw so-and-so out last night. Are you guys doing good? Or like, what would you say?
Yeah, I think I would probably preface that. Matthew says, don't tattletale, could be his sister. But like, I'm like, if it is your sister.
Like, you know the difference between whether it's like a sister platonic or whether they're all up in each other's business.
My thing is, if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to hide.
Good point.
So like if you were to say like, hey, I saw Jeremy out last night. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. My ex-husband.
Her ex-husband. Why did I choose that name? We'll go with Brian.
Yeah. That's his middle name. Okay, this is getting weird. Okay, keep going.
Anyways, hey, I saw him out, whatever, last night. And, you know, is everything going good? Whatever. Because I'm like, I feel like if you're exclusive with somebody, you're going to know if they're out with another woman. At least you should. I mean, that would be like total honesty. Like,
and you don't want your friend to be the fool, like the last to know.
No. Sorry, Matthew. We're going to go with be the tattletale.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to come from a place of overly being judgmental.
Gossipy.
I think it's just like,
just even asking the question, is everything good with you guys? And just like, even just kind of getting the conversation started and just saying that you saw him, that could be enough. Otherwise, you don't need to get into the drama of like, girl, you would not even believe.
No, I don't. No, not the drama of it. But I think that that's worth mentioning. Yeah. I would want to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlin F. Hi, Mary and Lindsley. I accidentally texted my friend a text that I meant to send to someone else about her. What should I do?
Busted.
I wish that what did you say, Caitlin?
Like, it sounds like you were talking some smack about your friend and you just okay.
Ooh, this is tricky.
Apologize. Own it. You can't pretend like it didn't happen. You just have to.
I think you're right. Don't dig yourself a deeper ditch by trying to pretend like, oh, just kidding. Or, I mean, clearly if you're talking about your friend behind their back to somebody else, there's some issues that need to be worked out. Like, there's something clearly that you need to chat with that person about.
Yeah, you need to have an honest conversation with them about something, obviously.
And I think that there's just moments in your life where you literally have to own the fact that you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, okay, perfect example. Yesterday, Madeline's watching us. I was asking her about something, and I 100% lied to her to cover.
You lied to your sister?
I lied to my sister. And I had to say to her yesterday, I said, remember when we had this conversation? I just want to let you know, I flat out lied. And I said, I'm so sorry for doing that. And I said, I recognize it in the moment. I was really afraid that you were going to reject me and be judgmental of me. And so I lied to cover my ass. And
own it. Yeah.
And I said, I'm sorry about that. And the truth is, and then I told her the truth. And she like totally laughed it off, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's fine. Like, you know, whatever. It's my sister. But it was like, I had to own that I was dishonest in that moment out of my own fear of rejection.
Yeah.
And hi, Lisa.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Juanita. Hi, everybody that's watching. This is so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just have to own it and just try to make amends and really just kind of say, I totally screwed up. I've obviously been like judging you about this, or I was being really hurt about this. And I acted really childish and probably I handled it completely inappropriately. You know, can we talk about it open and honestly now? Will you please forgive me?
I love that.
Okay.
Next. All right. Jessica T. Jessica. And if you guys have any questions about friendship or community, put them in the comments. We can take live questions. So Jessica said, this is tricky too. My friend is in love with a guy that is not good for her, and now they are shopping for rings. Should I say something to her or not make it my business?
My God. So much drama, right? It's almost like, where is the line between my business and their business?
I mean, honestly, that to me feels like their business.
Yeah, I mean, it is. If anything, hopefully you're close enough to your friend that you've already voiced some concerns.
Right.
So maybe that's even the bigger question, is just like, how much intimacy and vulnerability are you already creating in your friendship with her that you could share your concerns? And it, you know, I mean, otherwise,
is she open to hearing?
Yeah.
Does she want to know? Does she already know? Is she in denial? Is this just your opinion? Like, do you not like him for your own issues that he's triggering something inside of you? You know, and I always like to look at the fruit of my friend. Like, is my friend a better person by being with this individual?
Yeah.
And if there's proof that she is happy and that she is all in with eyes wide open, then it's sort of like, mind your business. I mean,
it is.
We don't ever know intimately what's going on in somebody else's relationship.
Yes. And it is their life. And like you hold the space. You have to have some level of detachment with love about what they choose to do with their life.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Lisa says, how long have you two been friends? Oh, that's fun.
Well, 4 years.
Yeah. It has
4 years.
Yes, and we were set up on a blind friend date.
We were. Thank you, Julia Rizzo, wherever you are. She set us up. And
thought we would love each other, and we did.
Yeah, and we went to Peru like right after, and I think that solidified our friendship.
Well, yeah, that bonds you for life, right there.
I mean, that was when I decided to get divorced, was on that trip, and I came to you and was like, I think I need to leave my husband. So that will make you a good friend.
And that was the first year. That was actually on the anniversary of my divorce time too. So we were just in it, all of our stuff.
Messy, man. Life has gotten better.
I know. Okay, next one.
Okay, so oh, this is fun. Melissa W. She says, my friend is constantly complaining about her job, but never does anything about it. And I'm starting to dread hanging out with her. What should I do?
Oh, wow. I don't know. You may have to have a tough love conversation and just, I mean, that's hard because I never want to be coachy with my friends. You know, it's like, you're just like, well, why are you still there? Like, you can ask normal questions, but like, there does come a point where it's like, girl, if you don't want to do something about this job, then you might want to stop complaining about it. Like, figure out how to get happy. If you're never going to leave, at some point, you can only complain for so long and not do anything about it.
Right.
Before you're just kind of like, I think that you just need to figure out how to get happy where you are.
Yeah. And I also think too, you can pretty much like have topics too that you choose not to talk about as friends. Like, there are some things that are off the table for conversation, for discussion. Like, there are just certain things that you agree to disagree on, or you don't really like get in the other person, and you can, I think in an honest, healthy relationship, you can say that and just say like, let's find other things to talk about outside of this. Cause obviously I'm super patient. Like I'll listen to somebody complain about something for a while, but if it's been a long time and they're not willing to shift.
They're so negative all the time about it to where it's like,
no.
And we all know attitude is everything, right? And yet if you're really just in it just to like complain and just moan and groan, after a while, that is just, who wants to hang out with that?
I was going to say, that's not really a healthy friendship. Go listen to our podcast episode that came out today called Toxic Friendships.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm not saying
the question
it might be a toxic friendship. We talk about how to lovingly step out of toxic relationships. When is it toxic? When is it a reflection on you? So for anybody who's watching this, go check out our latest podcast episode on the Living Fully Alive podcast. Shameless plug, guys.
Yeah.
Toxic friendships. Check it out. Okay. Oh man. Allison S. I feel like I've been in this situation before.
Yes.
My friends are always telling me to get over my ex and start dating, but I'm having a really hard time moving on, and I can feel their judgment. Should I talk to them about it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a big one. Because when you feel shame, because that's what I hear her saying.
Yeah, totally.
She feels shame around the fact that she can't shake it off or get over it. And other friends are probably kind of feeling they're carrying the burden and kind of over it too. I don't know.
I would say something.
Yeah, just be honest.
I think I would just say like, hey, like I realize that I've been like dealing with this breakup or, lamenting over this person or whatever, but like I still need time. The reality is I know like it would make sense to get over it, but I'm just not over it.
Yeah.
And like, can you please have patience with me?
And it could be one of those things again where you're just like, this is a topic we just can't talk about for a little bit. Especially if it's so triggering for you, if you've got so much shame still going on about how you're still holding on. It could just be that it needs like self-love and healthy boundaries for yourself about what you're sharing with them right now, and finding a safer place with a therapist or somebody else that's not attached.
I was going to say, because if you're receiving judgment back or impatience back, it's not a safe space, I think, to continually have those conversations. And a therapist would probably be better.
Someone who's not attached to how fast you're moving through the grief.
Yeah. And hi, Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Hey, girl. Okay, we have 2 more questions, unless you guys want to throw in some, throw it into the hat. Some kind of question about community, about friendship, something that you're dealing with that we can answer. This is our Dear Abby. Dear Abby moment.
Dear Abby moments.
Okay, so Holly M. She says, my feelings are really hurt. I found out my group of friends got together without me the other night and no one invited me. What do I do?
FOMO.
Who's been there?
Oh, I have. Yeah.
That's a sucky feeling.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, I mean, to me, my first place is shame. Like, what's wrong with me?
Like, why they don't like me anymore?
Yeah.
Are they all talking about me? Is that why they didn't want me to be there?
I mean, I'm just going to call out something though.
Okay.
I'm like, with all of these questions, I feel like these kinds of friendships aren't like your soul people. Like, not to say that you don't have situations with people, like we've had discussions that we have to have hard conversations or whatever, but there's open communication.
Yeah, that is definitely the theme. It's like every answer and like tell them, say it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, like, if you went out with like all of our group of friends and I wasn't invited, first of all, that wouldn't happen.
Right.
Because I'm a hot commodity. No, but I mean,
you're the one probably planning it.
I'm probably the one planning it. Yeah. But I mean, like, it's not going to happen because there would be a conversation ahead of time of like, I mean, I can't even imagine where that would happen.
But obviously she's feeling really left out.
Totally.
And so, I mean, the best way to, because I'm also imagining that she's probably like beating herself up that she's feeling left out. Again, shame or embarrassment.
Yes.
So it's probably just easier just to say, hey, you guys, that really hurt my feelings. I know it kind of sounds like juvenile, but in some way you have to just speak your truth. Otherwise, how will somebody know? People are not mind readers.
Well, and, your your response is your responsibility. The way that you respond, your attachment to that working or not working, the interpretation of that, like I would be really mindful, because you can make it mean a lot of things that it doesn't actually mean. Like it doesn't necessarily mean something's wrong with you or that they don't like you. It could have been a complete accidental oversight. It could have been, you know, just who knows? And so I think that, again, it's like we can spend all of our time guessing, when in reality, if we can slow down and just ask.
Yes, and don't assume, right?
Don't assume.
What doesn't assume? You make an ass out of you and me.
I said that the other day to my parents, and they were like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah,
just hope for the best, I guess." And, and then you'll find out. I mean, it may be that it wasn't for the best, and then you just have to grieve the friendships that were not really even authentic, or, you know, in a good, healthy place, anyways.
JL Patrick says, sometimes too, or me in those situations, it's because I turned down their offers so many times in the past, they assumed I would not want to. However, I could see the flip side.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, it's like assuming a lot of stuff there. And after a while, people do feel that, like, okay, they may not be interested. They may not want to hang out. And it's more out of respect than it is, you know, being like on purpose cutting somebody out. Yeah.
All right, last question, unless you guys want to throw up.
Throw up or throw out?
Throw up a question. Throw out a question in the comments. No, that was great.
Yeah.
It's like one-on-one. Don't pause in the wrong places.
Yeah.
Okay, Heather O. This is a little personal to me. My husband doesn't like my best friend. There's always tension when I want to go out with her. But she's been such a gift to me that I'm starting to hide when we talk. I don't know how to get him to like her. What should I do?
Oh, snap. You actually lived through this.
I lived through this, y'all.
Oh.
My best friend at the time, who still, I love her to this day, her husband was, now ex-husband.
Yeah,
was not a fan of me, let's just say. He pretty much blamed me for everything.
Yeah.
That was really hard, honestly, because she and I were so close, and I was it was really hard to have somebody who I loved so much have their spouse like legitimately think I was an evil person.
Yeah, and because like she all of a sudden started to use her voice and get empowered.
Yeah,
and he saw that as
I was a scapegoat.
Influence.
I was a scapegoat.
Oh, sure.
And I think that happens a lot. It's like,
and what ultimately ended up happening with them, not because of you by any means, but there was a reason why he didn't like you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that in this case, okay, so she's saying her husband doesn't like her best friend, so how can she get him to like her?
Yeah.
You probably can. I mean, there's probably something, to me, that's on him and his own self-reflection. Sort of like if we break the idea of codependency, like his trigger is his trigger.
Yeah.
Whatever is triggering him about her, there's something going on with that. Now, I will say maybe inquire like what might his issue be.
Yeah, find out like what is it that he doesn't like about you specifically.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I mean, is it possible you're in denial that your friend is a bad influence on you?
True, that's right. It could be the other way around. Maybe she isn't a good
like he
influence.
might be onto something that you're not being willing to see.
Yeah.
Like, is she bringing out parts of you that are unhealthy or dysfunctional or more about coping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it that maybe this is his issue that he needs to work through? And, you know, it's okay for you to have a boundary and to say, no, this person's really important in my life. I want them to be in my life and to stay in my life. And, you know, I'm going to continue to hang out with her.
Yeah.
We don't know enough to know like exactly how to respond to that, because it could be a bunch of different issues. But to me, ultimately,
you can't force him to like her.
You can't force it, and he's responsible for his response and his emotional triggering.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to self-regulate. You need to self-regulate.
Yeah, there's more like soul searching within yourself, like more self-awareness and self-examination that sounds like it's needed. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's it, y'all.
This was fun.
This was super fun. And we're going to be doing this every month as it relates to the Living Fully Alive podcast. And so whatever the theme is for the month, we're going to have Q&A around that theme. So today was obviously around community, around friendship. So thank you guys for submitting your questions.
Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. You can send them to us through Instagram, or you can email through my website, maryhyatt.com. But make sure to check out our podcast. Yes. Living Fully Alive. Today, there is a fabulous episode on toxic friendships.
Yeah. Maybe that was one of my favorites.
I was going to say, that was like a really good
when
episode.
We know it's good when we finish. We're like, okay, that was a good one.
That was a great one. They're saying thank you. Valerie says you guys are awesome. Awesome. So guys, thank you so much. We will see you on a future video of some kind, and of course on the podcast. So have a great
rest of the day. Wednesday.
Have a great hump day. All right. Bye guys.